Welcome back to Slay the Stars in episode 56. Last time, Zem and Shar made the decision to part ways with Rafe, who is heading to Oceanguard to get aid. Shar and Zem are heading south to the Stellium Academy to search for questions and potential help. During the night, they checked out the tarot deck, asked the pendulum some questions, and were attacked by a huge rotten crab. We ended with them bedding down for the night, and Zem remembering she wanted to consult the tarot cards before bed, and that is where we are picking up today. Zem.
Yes.
We gotta do your tarot reading. So, jumping out of bed, grab the tarot cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I shuffle them, and I pull. It's a 52.
Justice. Yes.
All right. So I should say what I'm pulling for. So it's the first card is for current situation. The second card is for the obstacle we're facing, and then the third card is for advice.
Okay.
So the second card is for obstacle, and that's going to be 43.
43 is the Hermit reversed.
All right. And then the last card, advice, is 11.
11 is the Magician reversed.
Okay. So for this reading, the first card, current situation, says we are being called to make an important choice, and we will be judged for our actions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That seems to make sense for what's happening to you right now. Yeah.
The obstacle, or card 2, is the Hermit reversed. You may have removed yourself so thoroughly from others that it is becoming a problem. It is important to find people you can trust, and to hold up a mirror for you when necessary.
Seems to speak to the situation of you and Shar finally talking.
You mean like how I just run all the time?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Barry thinks so deep.
Yeah.
Fuck off. All right, and then the third card, advice. That was the Magician reversed. You may not have a clear direction to take to reach your goals, so keep a keen eye out for opportunities as they arise. Follow your gut in these moments.
Interesting. That is fascinating. How is Zem feeling after this reading?
So the first card, Justice, being called to make an important choice, feels affirming.
Mm-hmm.
It's, we already know. The obstacle is calling her out. Like, I feel called out. Maybe I haven't been handling things so well. But I don't trust people in general. So, yeah. And then the last one in the advice is also kind of affirming. So, like, traditionally reverse cards are, like, not great, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, being told to, like, even though you don't have a plan, even though you don't have, like, a clear-cut path or whatever, being told to follow your gut is still kind of affirming because, I just need to trust that I'm going to have the ability to make the right call when the time comes, which is also really hard to do because while I don't trust other people, I guess I kind of don't really trust myself either. I have no trust.
Zem has no trust, and for good reason.
Yeah. I mean, like, people have given me a reason to not trust them, but, like, people that haven't given me a reason to not trust them, I should give them a little bit more space to do so, I guess, to prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I guess overall, like, not bad. Reminder to trust myself, and then also a calling out of how I view others.
All right. Shar, while she's doing this, are you doing anything in particular?
Yeah, crawling to barely alive.
Yeah.
Back to camp.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it smells so bad.
You'll be fine.
But that's it. He's
Put
gonna
some tussin on it.
He's just gonna pass out in the dirt.
Put some tussin on it. All right. Zem, anything else you want to do before bed?
Yeah, like I guess I'll activate the ring. And just like a short and simple good night, my love. I hope you made it safe.
Okay. He responds back, I did. Stopped and bought some vegetables on the way. Went really well. The kid was a little skittish until I mentioned you. Love you.
Aww.
I imagine he's just like, what do you want? What are you talking about?
But the two of you eventually go to sleep. Shar, you have a dream tonight.
Good. Great.
Shar, in your dream, you are standing next to a large tree. And around you, you can hear the sounds of like birds chirping, animals moving through the brush. It's all very calming until you start to hear these like thud, thud, thud. And you watch all these creatures dropping out of the tree and hitting the ground. You're like, no, not again, not again. And you see them rising from the ground.
He tries to catch them.
Little zombified squirrels and birds and one snowy white owl. And you hear them saying to you, why, Charlemagne? Why?
This is so fucked.
We didn't deserve this, Char. And then behind you, you hear,
You let me die.
Oh.
In the meantime,
As you weep in your sleep.
He curls up into a ball in the dream. God, why?
I'm sorry.
What have I done?
In the meantime, Zem, you're also having a dream.
You're watching from a distance. Laughing.
Pointing my finger.
She's the one using prestidigitation. Why did you let me go?
Hilarious. Must figure out how to do this for real.
Dramaturgy and sleight of hand. You'll be fine.
Zem, you're back in your river. But the water's hot. Almost boiling. It burns your skin. You look up, the sky is blood red. And all around you, you hear the sounds of screaming people, animals, explosions, collisions. You're floating. And all around you is just smoke. What do you do?
How does the dream feel? Does it feel like a dream, or does it feel like...
It feels like a dream very much.
I'm gonna dive.
Okay. You dive down. Putting your face into this water stings. It burns. Do you try to keep your eyes open?
No. Does it feel like I'm... Is the current swift, and
The current is swift, yes.
is it... Does it get cooler as I go down? Does it not change, or does it get hotter?
As you swim further down, it gets hotter.
Okay. So then I will go back up.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out if this is like fire and brimstone, or if this is like the earth. You know what I mean? Like the...
Yeah, and that is an interesting distinction because you expect to dive down to cooler water, expecting whatever is happening coming from above. But as you swim down, it gets hotter and hotter to the point where it's unbearable, and you're forced to turn around and come back up.
Okay.
Which leads you to believe that this is coming from below.
Then I'll try to get to either bank.
Okay. You breach the surface. You look, and you can't, the smoke from whatever flame or fire is happening is kind of scary. You can't tell which way is closer, so you just start swimming in one direction. And all of a sudden, you hear this, like, noise. Almost like a candle winking out. and everything around you starts to go dark. The sky becomes enveloped in darkness. Everything fades to black. It's all-consuming. There's only you, the sensation of the water, and nothing.
Is the water still hot?
The water's still very hot.
So I can't hear anything, I can't see anything?
It is almost as if all of your senses, other than touch, were taken away from you in this moment.
I'm just going to say, is this really the future you envision?
When you call out, at first there's no response. You can hear your own voice, though, so you know that it's not that you're deaf, it's that there's no other sound. And then a voice comes to you. It's like soothing. And you feel like you've heard this voice before, but you can't place it. This isn't like a voice you've heard recently. This is something from your past. And it just says, "It's okay, my love. You'll know what to do when the time is right." And then the voice drops to almost like a whisper. "Keep him safe."
Is it a feminine voice or a masculine voice?
It is a feminine voice.
You'll know what to do when the time is right?
You'll know what to do when the time is right. Keep him safe. Shar, in this moment, you are having your nightmare. And in the dream, these little creatures and critters are getting closer to you. And Horatio is there asking you to save him.
I'm trying. No.
And you start to like cough and choke a bit, and your eyes fly open. You wake up and you see, just like through these like sleep-riddled eyes, the faintest hint of darkness just seems to contract inward on you. And you're not sure if
he flipped the fuck out. Like, he's gonna full, like, when you have a leg cramp, like, fly out of bed.
Okay.
That's the reaction. Fucking shit. Like, he rolls around like he's on fire.
And as you do that, you turn and you look towards Zamira, and you see Zamira is sitting up. Her eyes are wide open, black, staring at you.
He's also just gonna, like, back up and, like, fall over.
She has this sinister glare on her face, and she's pointing one finger in your direction. And then she almost, like, closes her eyes and topples over and falls back asleep. Zamira, in this moment, your eyes lightly flutter open a little bit from your interesting dream.
Shar draws a salt line in the sand.
I fell over to, like, a sleeping position?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When you wake up, you're on your side a little bit, like, kind of like...
So I wouldn't know that I did the whole, like...
You have no idea.
Okay.
You are completely unaware.
You just look at Shar, his eyes twitching.
Yeah, you glance over at Shar, expecting to see him awake, and he's wigging out over there.
Did something happen?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna, like... I'm not covered in black. I don't
think this is a today problem. I think this is tomorrow Shar's problem.
What happened?
He's going to feel for the pendant and the locket. Did anything change on him?
Roll me investigation.
14.
They look the same. However, you would notice that the pendant is completely cool to the touch. There's no warmth emanating from it at all.
Why are you being weird?
I'm always weird.
Why are you being weirder?
Nightmare? He said confused.
Me too.
Oh, now we're going to have girl talk? Okay.
Listen, we broke that barrier down. Now we talk.
That was an external thing. That's... Horatio was there.
The horse?
He stares off at the distance. Mm-hmm.
Man, you gotta let that go.
I tried. He came back. Like a boomerang.
Okay. Well, I was being boiled alive in a river.
Yours sounds pretty bad.
Blood red sky. Boiling river. And then everything went dark.
I'm sorry.
I was being boiled.
Like the river was boiling, or was it like...
Was it boiling, or just very hot?
It was to the point where if the water was any hotter, you would be getting blisters on your skin.
Okay. I mean, like, it wasn't physically boiling, but, like, it was very hot.
What do you mean it went dark?
I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't see anything. Smell anything. It just... I could just feel how hot the water was in the river. And then there was a voice.
Whose voice?
I don't know.
Oh.
It felt familiar, but I don't know who it was. It wasn't like Knox or yeah. But it just said, "It's okay, my love. You'll know what to do when the time is right and keep him safe," which I'm assuming is you.
Interesting. He's kind of like thinking about how to say it. You haven't been sleepwalking, so I'm assuming this was Adhara? Or
Adria?
Adria. Fucking shit. This is too many A's.
Adhara's dead.
This is going to take me a minute. Adria sent shadow things at me because you were... And he'll kind of like reenact. And he can like use thaumaturgy to turn his eyes black. That's what you were doing when I woke up.
Oh, like I was not in your dream. I was really doing it.
Yep.
That doesn't fit with anything that was going on with me. So
yeah, I would have rather been boiled.
Okay. I don't think so. But sure. I'm sorry?
I don't think it was you, so you're
I'm
good.
gonna like reach out to be like, "It's okay," and you're probably gonna be like, "Ooh!"
It's okay. Yeah. He kind of like tries to walk it off. Like, nope, I'm not afraid of you. You're good, pal.
You're not terrifying at all.
I've seen you flay with lightning every single thing we've come across. You're basically a lightning god.
Zem's having a great night. Char's having a terrible night. Zem's like, yeah, I am a god. And Char's like, you're kind of a god. And it's terrifying.
I think I'm going to need to find a river. This smell is going to be really hard to sneak in Stellium.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's right. Okay, yeah.
How are you not like... He goes back to his senses, like it came back all at once. How are you not like vomiting right now? How are you clean right now?
Like it was like I just, when someone goes to punch you and you just duck or like block it by instinct.
Yeah.
So like the same thing, but like an exploding crab.
Those are not the same thing.
I mean, I just threw up a shield. Like I just,
Okay. All right. That's still not the same thing as punching, though.
No, I know, but like it was just instinct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't extend beyond me, or I definitely would have made sure that you weren't covered in this disgusting, smelly, slimy.
No, you're good. I'm alive. That's the important part.
Char, roll me a medicine check.
Are you alive?
I'm not alive. 18 plus wrong mouse. Something. Oh, plus 7. Yeah.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck me. Not good. 10.
Char.
Does my... I haven't reset. I mean, I'll give him my 12 if it helps. Do you have a plus anything? So 15?
That would be helpful, yes.
Yeah, you can have my 12. Poor tense.
You just saved Char a lot.
What is happening?
Char, you're kind of looking down and you flex your shoulder. At first you think it's like a little sore because of the way you were laying, and then you look down to where the bite was, where the crab bit you. And you immediately think back to whenever they were concerned about Xander's wounds. And you're like, oh, shit. And you start like looking at the wound and it's red. You're like, oh, God, is it infected? Is it spreading? It's not. But it hurts like a mother.
That one completely slipped my mind.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Because you said Xander, I'm like, oh, fuck. Heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to like turn on his radiant shit and trying to make sure like to burn the necrotic out of his skin.
Yeah, in that moment you're like, oh no. And you start trying to take care of the wound a little more. It's hard because you don't have a lot of like cleaning supplies, but you do the best you can. You bandage it up. It does not look like it's spreading. You got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
The look on your faces right now.
How did we forget that?
I don't know, but thank God for portents.
Thank God for portents. So,
Shark climbs a tree. He's like, nope.
after all of that, you go back to sleep to get your long rest, which you do. So feel free to long rest yourselves. And Zem, you can roll your portents for the next day.
All right. 6 and 8. Not great, but I will figure out how to make it work.
Not on us.
Yeah.
True. The two of you wake up. Shar, you're feeling it today. You had a rough day yesterday. You're fine. I mean, you know, no exhaustion or anything like that, but
I don't see any hit points or anything.
no, just
Okay.
just a stiff morning.
Hey-oh!
Didn't mean it that way. Stiff muscles. It's not better. I give up. It is a rough morning. Sure.
I mean...
Oh, God, I hate podcasting.
Hey-oh!
Well, there's the title of the episode.
Wait, a stiff morning or I hate podcasting?
We could do a little slash.
A stiff podcasting.
A stiff podcasting.
Did someone order a podcast?
So what are y'all doing this morning?
Crying.
I mean, apparently.
What is your plan? Are you just gonna roll up to Stellium? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know, but I need to find a river or something. We need to get this probably out of the cart, too. Aside from the shield, I think it probably did hit the cart and maybe the horse.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little stream and things nearby where you can spend some time
Just
cleaning.
ride the whole thing in.
No?
So this is the... Is this the Stellium cart? Is that what we
That's
took?
true. Yes, you have the headmistress's cart, her carriage. So yes,
So
This
is
could be
there
either a really good
identifying...
thing or a really bad thing.
Yeah, like are there...
there's not like property of Stellium on it, but like they're gonna know whose carriage this is the moment it comes rolling in.
So then we need to ditch the cart. But like, I don't know what we do with Ristos.
Unless we just send the cart in completely empty.
And then, but like, it puts people on alert, though.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I think
River first. He's like in the river, like we're talking about this.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Fucking piranha.
Well, we want to wait until late anyway.
Yeah, so we're gonna take the time.
We can get as close as we dare, and then like abandon it.
How close are we to the cemetery?
So the cemetery is like next to the school. You'll get to the cemetery. You can go through the cemetery to get into the main campus, but it's like attached to the school. The one that you were in last time.
Yeah, the fire safety. Yeah, I
Yes.
know.
Good times.
Monument. But my question is it like as well guarded as like the gate to Stellium to like get in and out?
It was not last time.
I hated how you said that, but okay.
So you have to go through, like, so Stellium is,
Oh, that's right. You have the map. Hold on.
it's really cut off. So most of it is cliff face. And then there's like an entry point, and there's also some woods. But like the cemetery is in there. So like you'd still have to skirt around.
Okay. So yeah, we would still have to skirt around it. What? Most of Char's questions are probably going to be like about like the outlay of the land, if I could say that correctly.
The lay of the land.
Yeah, that's the word.
Uh,
Like,
and
what are we looking for here?
I don't even know where the portal thing is in Stellium. Like I don't know which of these buildings we went with.
So
Um,
let me rephrase. Is the portal the only reason we came here?
no, we're also looking for the other professors that were traveling with Ristos to see if like they made it back and also if they can be counted on as allies. So like I'm blindly trusting them because I don't have much of a choice. We can't continue to take Ristos with us, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
I need to put her in their hands. I'm assuming because of everything that we got from Ristos when everything went down, that like if they made it back here, I'm making the assumption that they're on
Our side.
our side, or at least not against us officially.
Mm-hmm.
And that if nothing else, we can count on them to take care of Ristos. But hopefully, they can at least give us some help, like whether that's information or if that's like supplies or access to the.
Okay, so
I almost said torpedo. The access to the
60,000 Leagues Under the Sea just turned into what?
portal. Oh my god.
20,000, not 60,000. Jesus. Um, yes. So just for my own edification, portal, other professor, and supplies. Those are the only three things we're here for.
That's the jump off?
Yeah.
Like if there's more, I don't.
I don't like having a big to go plan because I know it's going to fall apart. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like that's the minimum that I want to accomplish, but
okay. And then next question: are we going to try to raid Dalius's office?
yes, if
Okay.
we can. I'm assuming that there's going to be some sort of an alarm type thing going on, like not the alarm spell, but like something of that nature.
Okay.
I don't think that we ever outlined what buildings or what. So, looking at this map, I don't really know how to plan what we need to plan.
Okay. So we either go in with the cart, assuming that this place has not been taken over by Dalius or his allies, or we try to sneak in, assume that there is more distrust than trust.
I think we need to sneak in regardless, because even if everyone here is on our side and like they know everything, and they are like specifically choosing to be on our side about it, there could be any number of people that just like accidentally mention something that like puts them and us in danger. I don't want to do that. So I want to avoid as many people as possible and just go straight for those specific professors that were with us at the time. So to me, I think we need to be on a stealth mission regardless. So I would want to take the bare minimum from the cart, stash the cart somewhere we can get back to if we need to. Let me think about this actually. It's not like we're traveling with tons. I'm pretty sure it's all been fit in the bags at this point because we've already abandoned a lot of things. Okay, so then
Okay, how far out are we if we walked?
You could get there by, 10, 11 o'clock tonight.
Okay, if we walk.
If you walk, yeah.
How much closer could we probably safely get the cart? Not much.
I mean, it's the morning. You could probably ride the cart in a couple more miles. It depends on how close you want to get. I
Well,
mean, because it's not like, so Stellium isn't a place where there's like guards in the woods, right? So you would know that you could, if you rode the cart through the woods, made slightly better time, and you got to like the edge of the tree line, you could get that far normally, and nobody at Stellium would notice because there are places where people just don't go that frequently. However, knowing what you know about how wanted you are, and that Stellium has been compromised, you don't know what you're looking at. What their new.
which is why I wanted to arrive at night.
Mhm.
So.
If we're on the tree line, have we seen any carts go in and out of the road to Stellium?
You guys went out of the way to get away from the road, so from where you are now, you have not seen any carts.
Okay.
I think
since you left the road, you haven't seen anybody, which makes sense because of all these creatures in the forest and stuff. People are sticking to the roads.
I think we are safe to take the cart a little further, and I think we should take it a little further. So there's like an inlet on the other side. I feel like we can probably take the cart about to that area and like leave it in the woods there and then walk the rest of the way. Maybe an hour or two walk, but I do want to time it that we are still going to be around that area at night, like once.
Okay. How are you with riding horses?
I've been fine thus far.
Okay, I think you and Risto should take the horse. I'll walk. But I don't think we should leave the horse out here to... He looks around everything else.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. We'll pack up what we need and we'll be good to go.
All right. So, you continue on to a point where you feel comfortable obscuring the carriage. You explain to headmistress what's going on. It's damn good. She doesn't say a lot, but she seems to understand in her own way that you need her to be quiet and sort of follow directions, and you're trying to get her help.
Have we witnessed her try to re-roll her? Because we know it's feeble mind. Like, have we noticed anything weird like that?
So her 2 rolls to get over the feeble mind spell have been so bad that no, neither of you have noticed at all. Because like she has like a -5 or whatever on her, or whatever it is, and she's rolled like a 2 and a 5 to get out of the feeble mind, so it's not good. So eventually you get to the edge of the trees where you're maybe, I don't know, 300 yards from where the outskirts of the Stellium Academy are. It is now dark, and I need you both to roll me perception checks.
First, good perception of the whole game. The whole game.
Okay.
It was a nat 20.
Okay. So, you are looking about, and the first thing that you notice, Zem, is there are people who look to be loitering in and around the outside of the academy, which is odd because that was never a thing before. The students don't just stand around and loiter. They're going from class to class or they're going to the library to study. But they're not dressed as guards either.
Do they look old or do they look young?
There's a mixture. Men, women, old, young.
So are they dressed as students?
Some of them are, yes. Some of them just seem to be wearing street clothes.
Got it.
Do I recognize any of them from, like, my mother's business?
Roll me a history check.
15.
It's dark. These people are pretty far away, even with your dark vision, to be able to see them. But there's one guy in particular that catches your attention. And the reason he catches your attention is he has this big ass nose, and you've seen him before with your mom, and every time you see him, you're like, nose, and you're trying to fight, like staring at it.
You trying to say something?
And you see him there, leaning against a wall, talking to somebody, and he does look like he's dressed to look like he's a student.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to just assume that this is whispering. I'm not going to whisper because then I have to fix it later. But
Yes.
do you recognize anybody?
yeah. Big nose butthole over there.
Shart looks. He has 300 feet of dark vision. I'm assuming he can see it.
Yeah, you see it. The
He
guy
does
turns
have
to
a
the side,
nose.
and his nose is like hooked out like a beak.
He does have a nose. What the fuck is wrong with him?
I don't know, but like
I
I've
don't knows.
definitely seen him in my mother's employ, so
Okay, so
Nexus is here.
should we just nix this and leave, or
I genuinely don't know what we're supposed to do with Ristos, so I don't know.
You're glancing around, you're frustrated, you're trying to figure out. And so the outside of, hold on, let me actually pull up the map so I'm looking at it too. Okay, so Stellium has these large stone buildings, right? And there's a central quad with a bunch of buildings off of it where the professors stay, where the students stay. And you notice something, Zem, with your natural 20 that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. And it's just the faintest bit of what looks to be a wooden structure. That doesn't make sense because there's nothing made of wood at Stellium Academy.
fireball to cause a distraction?
I haven't had a chance to put that in my book yet, so I don't have it.
I thought you did.
I didn't copy it into my...
Oh. I thought you did that on the level up. My bad. I am going to use the ring to contact Rafe.
Okay.
We think Nexus may have infiltrated Stellium. Have you heard any rumblings about that? Because I'm assuming he's back in Ocean Guard.
Yeah. He responds back with, I imagine that's true. I'm sorry. I have my hands full right now. Seems Nexus has infiltrated my own organization.
Char says out loud.
Are you punishing people?
Char says out loud. That's not good.
What's not good? Or no, that's not what I say. I'm going to say, I know. Do you see that building? Like, what is that?
What is that building? Char now looks.
You look over, Char.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Char, roll me a perception check now that you're looking at it.
Natural 19.
Okay. Plus a bunch.
Yeah. Plus a fuck you. That I'm just kidding.
It's not a building.
Excuse me?
It looks like...
Like a war tower kind of thing?
No. It looks like the faintest bit of that ship you saw in Annenfell.
Hey, Zem.
That's so much worse than the noose I was imagining. The pyre to burn the witches on. I'd rather those things.
Zem, we've got a problem.
What?
That's the ship.
Oh my god. Okay, okay. Fuck.
Char's going to look very intently at Ristos. Do you think we can trust anybody here? Nope.
No response.
That's okay.
I Do you think they would hurt her if we sent her in on her own?
Of course they would.
But look at her.
Safer here with us than with them. I know it's not by that much, but it's still something.
But, like, who is gonna babysit her?
I'm assuming we're kind of yes, we're on the outskirts, but we are on the graveyard side, right?
Mhm.
That's kind of where we're approaching. Okay, let me just take a look around, okay?
You know the moment right before a lightning strike, when the air feels a little charged, you start to smell that ozone smell?
Mm-hmm.
You both start to feel that.
Oh, fuck, get down.
And in that moment,
And instead I'm like, yes.
you look towards the school, and there's one particular building that is the oldest building on campus and has a large bell tower in it. And all of a sudden you see just this lightning strike upwards from the tower towards the sky. And that feeling, that charging sort of like releases, and the air crackles for a moment. And everybody who you see standing around turns and looks, and then goes back to their business.
Do I have any idea what that would have been?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Is it 1 a.m.?
You don't know.
Looking at the wrong thing. 9.
No, you have no idea.
Do I know the history of the building that came from?
You know it was the first building that Stellium was founded in. You know that it is where a lot of the older students learn and teach. A lot of the classrooms there are smaller. And you know that in that tower in particular, there are laboratories.
Is this the one by the cemetery or the one furthest from the cemetery?
It would be the one furthest from the cemetery.
Okay, let me just scope the cemetery. I'll be right back. He's gonna hop the fence.
Stealth check.
18 plus 5.
Okay. How are you going about this? What are you doing? What are you looking for?
He's mostly trying to see like what activity's been going on around the cemetery. Has there been a lot of foot traffic at all?
Okay.
Is there anybody currently guarding the cemetery and the mausoleum? Not mausoleum. The building we hid in before.
Yeah.
Does it seem like it's being used?
It is like a large mausoleum, basically.
Okay. Is it currently being used as like an outpost? Is anybody here? I'm just trying to get like general guard control from a decent distance.
Okay.
To peer into the academy itself.
Yeah. As you're peeking around, you notice that some of these people who are loitering about, they do kind of wander into the cemetery area once in a while and wander back out. You imagine they're trying to like stealthily guard things without looking like guards. That is the feeling you get from them. However, there's not a lot of foot traffic here. No disturbed graves. The mausoleum, the door is shut, but from where you are, you can't tell if it's locked or anything. You don't see any activity inside.
No like lights flickering or anything?
Nothing like that, no.
Okay. And when I get closer to like Stellium on that side,
mm-hmm.
Does it look like there is guards like patrolling the streets? Does it look like there's any student activity? I know it's late, but...
Mm-hmm. You don't see any students out and about, as a matter of fact. It could be because it's late. It's hard to say. You do see guards wearing city guard garb that seem to be doing their duty, patrolling about, that sort of thing. You count about a dozen.
Okay. The building, I know we came from where Dahlia's offices was before.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see that building and is there lights on and all that stuff?
From where you are, it's hard to like make out all of that because you're looking past a couple buildings, but you catch a glimpse of it and you do see a couple windows with lights on.
Okay. About a dozen guards. Okay. Amar, are you there?
Silence.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna cast Find Familiar.
Okay. You do so?
Haven't done that in a hot minute.
That was a way better idea.
Well, she needs to stay within 100 feet of me is the thing, but
Mm-mm. For you to see through her, she needs to stay within 100 feet.
Oh, okay. So I read this last piece wrong when it says your familiar must be within 100 feet of you, but it's for the delivery of the spell with touch. So I will give her direction. She knows this campus.
She does know this campus.
So I'm going to have her specifically search out the professors, the deans. Were they deans that were there with Ristos?
There were, I believe, 2 deans. No. Yeah, Delius and Zima Argent.
Okay.
They went with her. Maya was supposed to go with them, not Delius, but Maya was killed.
Right.
Zima is missing, and then there were 4 students, I believe, with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send her on a search for Zima specifically, but also looking for Delius to see if he's here. I'm assuming he is because the ship is, but who knows what they've done. And just to kind of like stay away from Delius because he'll know what she looks like.
Okay.
But just, you know, reconnaissance.
Roll me a stealth check for her.
Ugh, that's an 11.
It's not bad. Could be worse.
Okay. So, also roll a perception check for her. Perception or investigation, whatever's better for her. I don't know.
Oh, for her? I don't have a stat block for her. I've just been using mine.
Oh, that's fine too. I don't care.
This is where we're at.
I'm sorry, you said what?
Perception or investigation.
Yeah, we're going to go investigation with a 19.
Okay. Dope. So you send her out. And
oh, I meant to say this before. I would have given her, like, I need you to be back. Like, you need to come back to me within an hour.
Okay. You send her out. She flutters away. You watch her kind of disappear behind one of the buildings. About this time, Shar, you are coming back, I'm assuming, unless there's something else
Yeah,
you really
no,
need to...
it's...
Okay.
It's, I'm going to explain, like, about a dozen guards. Like, I don't think there's any students even here anymore. If they are, they're probably not around.
Yeah. So this is a new base. Fucking
Pretty-
Iston.
Yeah. But that means that they didn't go where I expected.
Mm-mm. There must be something here then.
Yeah, but what?
I don't know. Either like equipment or like something that exists that I just don't.
Or they just needed another place.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. This is going to be an easily defendable. That's like why it was the school.
That makes sense. Oh, by the way, before I forget, apparently Rafe had a Nexus infiltrate his organization.
What? Was he okay?
He said he was busy taking care of some stuff. I haven't seen Zem's mother, right?
Not while you were scoping out stuff? No.
They are the guards, like Salt Spire guards, right?
They're wearing those outfits, yes.
I just want to make sure. They didn't have, like, Annenfell.
No, yeah. I make that distinction because in the very beginning, which this is something to cover good for people who are listening, we know that Nexus has infiltrated the city guards as well.
Yeah, well, more like I just want to make sure, like, if they're Annenfell, like, guards, we got a whole other problem as well.
That's true. You did not see any Annenfell guards while you were looking about.
And I got closer. Were all of them human that I could tell? None of them were elves?
There was nobody that looked to be elvish from where you were now.
Okay.
Zem, it's about this time that you feel your connection to Torah being suddenly cut off.
We need to go.
Where?
Not here.
Okay. Char's going to pick up Ristos.
And they're going to be tracking us. They know we're here.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's good. What happened?
Tora's gone. I sent her out, and our connection just got cut. And that can really only mean one thing, because really only one person would recognize her.
Or maybe we got lucky and they just shot at something that moved?
Maybe.
They say as they're running.
Not sure I'm willing to take that risk.
I didn't say we should. He's like putting her on the horse.
Where are you going?
Saltspire.
Are you moving through the night to go into the city, or are you going to spend another night in the woods and then head to the city in the morning?
Actually, real quick, I'm going to, as soon as she says that they might know that we're here, I'm going to pop detect magic real quick and make sure there's not like that giant eye thing that's tracking us.
Okay. Nope.
Cool. I got 10 minutes on that shit.
Okay, so as we're running, the idea comes to me, and I'm gonna send a message to Rafe because it's the next day and I can.
Everybody's on the horse.
I'm gonna say, "My love, are you in need of a rescue? Is my mother there? Nexus claimed the school, the ship is here, we're running, going home." And I say this out loud, to which
Shard, Ristos both turn back.
I could be wrong, but I don't feel like I'm wrong here. It's the last place they're gonna expect us to be is our home.
Well, not now. Shard says as he like speeds up the horse. Speaking of which.
What did you do?
Animal handling. 23.
You approach the horse, and it bows to you and leans down.
Everybody gets one. Dire needs, man. I'm scared why I'm going to roll that well late now for when I roll shit later. I don't know what that one's going to be, but I got it for now.
So I feel like we need to go straight there now and not try to like stay a night or
Yep,
or
I agree. Like as they're sprinting with the horse.
Zem, you get a response from Rafe. Wait, read your message one more time.
My love, are you in need of a rescue? Is my mother there? Nexus claimed the school, the ship is here, we're running, going home.
He says, take care of yourself. Dahlia isn't here. Not sure where she is. My headquarters is gone. I'll meet you when I can.
It's not a no, but I'm going to trust him to take care of himself.
What'd he say?
I'll relay.
Fuck!
All right.
Ride through the night.
You're going through the night,
Like a shadow.
taking a wide arc. I would like for one of you to roll me a percentile dice. Cthulhu rules.
You
Lows
roll
are
one,
better.
I'll roll the other one.
Okay, do you want the 100 or the 10?
You roll the 100.
Fuck.
Because mine doesn't really matter.
Listen, don't fuck with me. 3, so 30.
1.
31. All right. You.
He's going to pass out.
We're approaching that middle barometer, man. That would have been bad.
I know.
Don't make me do that again.
Hold on. Out of curiosity. 40. That wouldn't have been terrible.
Yes, it would have. That's beyond the third. That's beyond the third. Cthulhu rolls, man. We've been fucked.
So, you ride through the woods, and eventually you get back to the road. And as you are approaching the gates to Saltspire, you see that there are torches lit. There are guards there checking everyone who goes in and out. And at this point, it's really early in the morning. You're approaching basically at dawn. Are you just riding in as yourselves with your hoods up? What are you doing?
As we approach and we see that, like, they're checking everyone or whatever,
Char's going to put the katana in the bag of holding.
Okay. Fair. Good move.
We are gonna, like, put our hoods up.
He's going to put the locket instead of the Amara around his neck and make it very visible.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same with Ristos, like, put her hood up too.
Okay.
So that, like, we're traveling as a trio instead of, like, 4 or 2, which I feel like they would be expecting. Not that it's gonna do that much different, but it's a start. And it's the morning, so I'm gonna have some fog start to creep in, and I'll cast Fog Cloud.
I dig it.
I
dig it.
I'm game.
All right. So, as you approach, Char, you're on foot. They're on the horse. Is that how we're doing this?
Yeah. I mean, because he rode the horse all the way up so that Zem and Risos could be okay. But yeah, if we're casually trying to walk in, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll, like, crouch down, and then I'll say, "Have a limp. You need a limp."
Okay. He punches himself in the leg.
I was going to make you roll performance, but if you're actually going to injure your own leg.
You could have faked it. God.
No, I couldn't have.
As you approach, one of the guards yells over to you, who goes there? What's your business here in Salt Spire?
Fuck. What was the name that I used in... Never mind. I know exactly what it is. But do you remember what name you used?
Come on.
That didn't sound right, but okay.
Charlie.
That's exactly what it fucking was.
Okay.
You don't remember that?
Oh, I remember using Charlie, but I've used so many different names and none of them good.
Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure he's used Xander and
Yeah.
Veef. And you used Charlie. I can't remember all of them. I can't remember all of them. Charlie was my favorite.
The way when you told me how you picked your name, like other than Charlie, was just like, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak only Orcish.
Okay.
So like, bad translations are probably gonna, like, rough translations from Orcish to Common.
Okay.
So that way, I'm performing, but not much. It's mostly like factual, like regurgitation.
Okay. What do you say?
Xander, supplies.
He comes over. He looks at you.
Good or bad?
Rolled a 1. Why is it every time y'all are interacting with guards?
I still have squid on my
This is
face.
so dumb.
I still have like crap on my face.
Another one.
Oh, yeah. So you smell like,
Yeah.
gross.
I don't have any more 20s out. I'm stealing one of your 20s for the rest of the game.
You can have that one.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that's rolling bad?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's.
All right. So, he comes up to you and he's like, "What supplies? I don't see anything. It's just you and these 2 old ladies on the horse."
Get supplies. Get supplies.
I'm going to try to, like, affect an accent. I'm also, like, I've shrunk down. Like, I'm trying to make myself smaller.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna, like, make my eyes as big as possible. Like I'm younger than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're here to get supplies.
He's kind of confused, but it's really early. He's been on the night shift. He rolled a 1. He just... All right, he comes over and he takes a closer look at the headmistress and at you, and he's like, "What a weird freaking group. Just go." And he lets the 3 of you pass.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I hate this game. Okay. You have made it
Many
home.
blessings to you, sir.
Dumb guards. Dumb.
We never run into the right gate where they're always be like, we're gonna be prepared. We got my cousin Jim on gate 4, but there's no way in hell they're gonna go to gate 4. What do you mean they went to gate 4?
So, you are led through the gate. Where are you going?
Home.
To Zem and Char's home?
Mm-hmm.
To your childhood homes?
Our apartments. Yeah, at home.
Okay.
Is there like a place to store the horse? Like there's
The horse.
The horse. Is there a place to store the horse?
That's what store the horse.
Oh fuck, we were being followed by a group of horse. Is there like a stable like at the front of the
there's
city?
definitely a stable there.
As long as someone is going to care for it, I'd rather there.
Uh-huh. Okay, it's $1 a day.
I'll give them 3 in advance.
All right. Subtract it from your money.
Got you. She was talking to me.
I know one of you keeps track of money.
One of you is going to betray me.
It's true. We all know who it is. We all just glance at Jen.
Why am I missing gold? I mean, we know the city. We're going to take back alleys all the way back home and just kind of keep a close perimeter on everything.
Okay, both of you roll me perception checks for while you're rolling through the city.
12.
13.
You guys roll butts. You're both kind of tired. The only interesting thing that you notice, Char, is when you're stabling the horse, you notice that on the walls near the front gate, there is a list of most wanted fugitives, and there are posters of both you and Zem there.
Shit.
And both posters say that there is a reward for returning you both alive. 1,000 gold pieces.
Ooh. It's a lot of gold pieces.
Figured that would have gone up by now. Is there a reward if dead?
There is no. If it specifically says wanted alive, 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
I would like for you to roll me stealth checks as well, going through the city.
Garbage today. Well, this is where it comes back and bites me in the ass. 13 again.
9.
It's a good thing that I rolled a 7.
Oh my god.
So, eventually, the two of you make it home. Zem, the first thing you notice is there are no lights on at the apartment where you grew up. Char.
No lights.
No lights at all.
Okay.
No lights at all.
I mean, it is morning.
Char, you can see that there is probably like a single candle flickering in the apartment window where your parents lived. On the windowsill, you see there's like a hanging planter where your mom used to grow like a little like herb garden there.
Is there that flower in there?
There's no herbs in the garden. Just 3 of those little blue flowers are in there.
Okay. I think we get the right place. I guess we're going up to the Char's apartment.
You head into the building, and it's quiet. Quieter than you remember as kids. This building was always really... I mean, it felt like it was very bustling, but maybe that was because the two of you were just sort of loud. It's hard to tell. What floor of the building did you guys live on?
One of us was real high. I know that. Like...
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't know how many floors there are to this building.
How many are there? This is your building. How many floors are there, and where did you live?
I imagine there was like 7 or 8 floors, and you were not on the top floor, but I think Shar and his family probably was.
Okay.
Yeah, because you spent a lot of time swinging from balconies, so you would have been higher. But I feel like it would have been the third floor.
Yeah, third or fourth for you probably.
Mm-hmm. And like sixth-ish. Like I don't think you would have been on the top because that's like penthouse area.
Do you have silence, by the way?
Mom have silence. I don't.
Okay, I was just curious. I thought I did, but maybe I was thinking of you. Okay, cool.
All right. So as you're heading up the stairs to go to the 7th floor where Shar's family lived, Zem, you hesitate at the 3rd floor, remembering so many times heading out onto that floor to get to your own apartment. And you happen to glance down the hallway towards where the door is, and you notice that, like, the welcome mat, whatever's on the door, those things, all gone.
Do I get the vibe like this has been abandoned or emptied out or whatever?
From the outside, you didn't see any movement, no lights, no nothing. And there's no treatments on the inside either. So, yeah, it seems empty potentially.
I'll just spend like a few seconds listening at the door, listening for like any kind of movement or anything. But then, like, we gotta go. So I'll just keep moving.
Yeah, you don't hear anything from inside. You head up the stairs. Eventually you get to the 7th floor.
Fucking stairs.
What are you doing? You just knocking? You walking in? What are you doing?
I'm going to walk over to the door. You two stay by the stairs. Very lightly.
Just as you start to knock, the door opens, almost as if somebody was getting ready to head out at the same time that you knock. And you see a woman standing there. She has her hood pulled up and her eyes look up towards you. And it's your mom.
Shh.
She's like,
he's gonna grab her.
Just like wrap her in a hug and like push her in. And then
And then from off in the distance, like you see a hand outside the door, like to gesture to follow. Give me 1 second. He's gonna go and cast invisibility on Ristos.
all right. So you head into Shar's apartment. You close the door. That's where we're going to cut this episode. And we'll pick up next time with another reunion.
Allegedly.
We'll see who all's here.
it'll be 5 minutes before everyone's crying again.
5 minutes tops. Alrighty.
Trust your gut. I did it.
We got flayed. We had to fucking run. Trust your gut. Stellium, it's going to be great.
No, I trusted my gut about coming home.
Oh. Right. We did good. And now a promo from our friends at Rainbow Dice Club.
When four strangers meet for the first time, they unknowingly begin to unravel tightly kept secrets about their worlds. This place sucks. This realm sucks.
I don't mean to interrupt, but maybe speak about portals a little quieter?
You know how some people aren't really into science and magic mixing together?
That's just a story. Portals haven't existed for hundreds of years.
Armed with little true knowledge, but unfathomable curiosity, these four strangers set out in search of answers and form an unlikely bond.
I do see you, and I'd like to think that I'll be there when you're ready to talk about it.
He kind of relaxes for the first time around the group.
You keep putting yourself in danger for others, but who puts themselves in danger for you?
Join Ivy, Varys, Alara, and Ziva as they dive headfirst into the unknown. Follow us at Rainbow Dice Club on your favorite streaming platform, and find us at Rainbow Dice Club wherever you get your podcasts. Do you trust me?
Intro music by Isaac Vyers. Character designs by Cam Gonzalez. Produced by Leah Hemrick. Graphics designer Jen Kearney. and audio engineer Arthur Polino.